What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Center for Stingray Biology. It is July 4th weekend. Well, actually, it's July 4th day, and here I am at the shop making this video for you. I know Rodrigo is having a good time in Orlando at his brother's house, so have fun, buddy. But here I am working for you guys. Okay, so let's see here. Let me just give you a quick look at some pups that we have here. We got some black diamonds. Got some albino pearls. These are some hybrid albinos. Let's see. We got some designer super spot rays up here. And let's see. There's a big spot guy down there. There's a Henley Eye hybrid. And then we got a bunch of little pearls right here. Alright. Well, that's enough of showing you guys some pups. Let's come over onto this side. What do we got here? Let's see, we got some shrimp all prepped and ready for the feeding for the day. Always hard at work in the kitchen preparing the shrimp for the little baby pups. Say hi, Oi. Hi. Alright, and then before we really get into today's video, let me give you an update on the fish that came in the other day. Remember, there was one little parrot, or not little parrot, but one big parrot that was laying down. Well, look at that. He's right there in the back. He is up. So, looks like we're gonna get a full recovery there. So that's great news. Okay, so on to today's video. So we're gonna talk about disc regeneration. I've had people send me messages, emails, comments, text messages, asking about different health issues on the rays. And two very common questions I get asked is, oh, my stingray's tail is got bitten off or broken off. Will that heal? Will that grow back? And also, they ask about the disc damage. You know, oh, my ray got bit on the side, there's the skin or some flesh is missing, will that heal back? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me show you. I've showed you the guys this many times, the Bosmanis, right? They're fairly aggressive. You see that disc damage, they get chewed up. And, you know, here's another one with some minor bites. And we're going to talk about how they heal and whether or not they heal. That's the magic question, and we're waiting for the miracle answer, right? Well, I'm going to give you guys the bad news first. If we're talking about the tail and the tail breaks off, unfortunately, it does not grow back, okay? It's a hard bone there, and when the bone comes off, the bone does not regenerate. But the good news is, if we are talking about the stingray's disc, depending on the extent of the damage, it does heal back. What is the difference between the disc and the tail? Well, like I said, the tail is a hard bone. That does not grow back. But along the side of the disc is cartilage. Okay, now cartilage is kind of technically not bone, or is it a bone? I'm not even sure. You know, unlike Rodrigo, I don't have Lisa behind the camera to help me answer questions. But, I mean, I believe cartilage is some type of bone. Being that it's cartilage, it does grow back, okay? And I've seen stingrays recover, you know, to a full round shape after some damage. So, we're gonna look at, let's say, damage like that, right? I've seen that heal. I've seen damage way worse heal. I've seen at least about ½ an inch to an inch missing around the edge of a ray heal back. But of course, that depends on how big the ray is. We're talking about a big ray losing 1 inch or a small ray losing 1 inch. A small ray losing 1 inch, I have not seen it come back 100%. But on a big ray, so I guess it's a percentage, right, of how much they lose and how deep into the body that it gets. I'm going to show you some examples I have around the warehouse of fish that got damaged and healing or 100% healed up, and what to expect from that healed process. So let's walk around and take a look here. Now all these guys they got nice disc shape. So at some point in their lives, through mating process, their disc has been damaged, but as you can see, it's all healed up. Sometimes minor damage is just surface damage, like what you see back there, right? That's just skin damage, so that will heal. But what we're talking about today is major disc damage. So we're looking for some rays that might have some major disc damage, but there's none in this big system here. But I know where we have. We have right here. Let's come into this room. Now, I had a very aggressive male, and you see what they did to this female? This female is no longer round. It's like Y, I can't say Y shape, but it's like triangular shape. If I can get a top-down view, you see that? It's lost both sides. And I've seen it heal up, but I haven't seen the disc grow back. And I believe that when it's damaged like that, that's way too extensive. But whereas this girl here, she had damage as well, but not as serious, and that has healed up. But the problem is, when it's healed up along the disc edge, you see all the spotting is gone. That's one of the downfalls of this type of damage happening. The good news is it does heal up, but after it heals up, you lose the pattern, you lose the spotting. It just is the base color of the ray, whether it's black or brown or whatever it is. I can show you that over here. Let's go back there in with the larger black diamonds. You know, traditionally black diamonds, it's described by having 3 rows on the outer edge, 3 rows of spotting on the outer edge, right? And sometimes people look at, and the thing is, you got people always asking to see parents' photos, and then when you show them the parents' photos, they say, oh, well, that's not black diamond, you know, it doesn't have the outer row. You see that? Well, now I'm explaining to you why it doesn't have the outer row. It's not that it's a low quality fish, it's that they were bit during breeding process and then they healed over and the spotting is gone. Okay, so you see that in this guy too, or this girl, and that's going to be typical, you know. But for people to judge the quality of the pups produced by looking at this ray and not knowing that that's what happened here, you see this ray, the outer edge of spots, it's all gone. Okay, but it's healed up, but it's producing fish like this. So who's going to argue about the quality, right? Okay, and I believe I have another example. Oh, here's a good example. Young breeder, you see the edge on the bottom right there? There's no spotting, but you see on the other side, it has the edge spotting. So what happened here was, she's a young breeder, and she hasn't been exposed to the intense damage as like my older females. So you can see all around the edge, they have all the outer spotting, except on that corner where a young male made his attempts, and basically all the spotting is gone there, but she's healed back over. All right? So sometimes, please guys, don't, you know, be so quick to judge, or you know, don't judge a book by its cover, you know. And obviously that's where the saying comes from. And here's another one. Okay, let's see. You see those little spots right there? But there's none right there, right? Again, that's from mating and healing back. Let's see, do I got any more that I can show you? Alright, well anyways, let's move on. I have some other rays on the other side. Let's see here. You know what? Let me show you this one right here. Now, this guy got beat up pretty badly. Let me shut off the air pump or the filter so we can see better here. This fish was all shredded up. Skin was like floating all around the edge of the disc, and then it finally started to heal over. Now we can see the healing process. Do you guys see there on the left side? You can obviously see how extensive the damage got, and then that new pinkish part is the flesh growing back. Okay, so that's showing you that the disc is regenerating. Now this one, can I say 100% Will it heal back to a round shape? Kind of tough, because it is pretty extensive. But seeing that growth, that new growth, is very positive signs. Now the tail, you see that tail? It's gone. That's not coming back. But hopefully the rest will, and I will keep you guys updated on the progress of this, because I am also curious to know whether or not this will come back 100%. And if it does, that would be really, really great and awesome. And maybe also it could be because it is a younger fish, and maybe their regenerative capabilities are better than an older fish. Let's go back here and I'll show you another fish. And this is a fish that I pay a lot of attention to, which is what led me to notice this and to make this video. She was beat up pretty badly by the male maybe about a month ago. And if you can see on the edge of the disc, she had little chunks missing all around. But now you see the new growth, okay? And it's coming back. It's coming back nicely. It's grown about 1/4 of an inch already. You see that? So seeing this made me really happy, because obviously this is one of my most prized possessions, and it hurts to see, you know, that kind of damage on a fish like this, but it's unavoidable because I do want to breed it. But again, look at that damage. 1/4 of an inch of it has grown back. And this is the guy that's causing all the damage. So I just re-released him into this tank just this morning, and he's already trying to bite her. I will throw in a few of those clips in there because I did film that earlier today. So hopefully he does successfully mate her and doesn't cause too much damage in the process. Alright guys, I just dropped the male in, and within 5 minutes he's already trying to mate her. So I'm hoping for some positive results. I let him try a couple of months ago, and he beat her up pretty badly. So what I did was I separated him and gave her time to heal. If you guys can see the edge of the discs, right, it's growing back. And I figured she had some plenty of time to recover. Well, looks like he disengaged. Well, hopefully he gets the job done. I will keep you guys updated. But unfortunately, I mean, that's, like I said, that's one of the things that we have to accept if we're trying to breed these animals. They're not always gentle during the process, and but at least it's good news that they can heal. Okay, but healing is a process that takes time. You have to give them that time to heal. The only way that she was able to heal up was because I separated the male and there was no longer aggression and abuse on the fish, right? Because it's trying to heal, but it's constantly getting damaged again. Then eventually I would think it's not going to heal anymore, or it's not going to heal properly. If you do want your fish to heal up, it is important to isolate it, or at least stop the aggression. Maybe separate her, or separate out the aggressive male or the aggressive ray. Or in some cases, you know, if you have a community tank, maybe there's other fish that might be aggressive towards it, maybe a cichlid or a placo. So if you identify problems like that, as long as you separate it, the ray will heal up nicely. And there's nothing special that you need to do. Rod had a ray, one of that nice Thousand Island hybrid, that got beat up pretty badly, and he calls me and he said, "Hey Kev, what do I do?" And he's already shown you guys in his videos. I said, "Rod, just leave it alone. Don't do anything. As long as it's eating good water quality, that fish is going to heal up." And he was like, "No way, Kev. How can that be? Don't you need to put antibiotics?" And I said, "No, trust me." And then look, it's all healed up and doing well. But once again, thank you for watching. What are you looking at? Okay, you're distracting me. I'm trying to film here, and you're like peeking at me. All right, come here, babe.
No, I'm nosy.
All right, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm trying to make more informative videos for everybody to learn about stingray keeping, and I will do my best to keep those videos coming. Have a happy 4th of July, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.
Bye.